What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Who cares? 1 in 4 farmers in Canada are contemplating suicide. It has one of the highest suicide rates out of any occupation. I wonder why. Because animal poop is supposedly destroying the atmosphere. From the climate freaks' point of view, that is. They are destroying regular people. Destroying them. All for what? All for what? An ideology. Globalists do not represent average people. Globalists do not represent the middle class. Globalists are destroying farmers. They're destroying the small business owners of Canada. They are destroying you. Canada's on fire. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Polyev chases Trudeau down a country road. Play the clip. If it was only so easy. Freeland is asked point blank, when's the budget going to be balanced? Play the clip.
A rating with a stable outlook.
You're not going to get to the answer, so
No,
I'll have to move on because my time is limited.
MP Howland. Okay, yeah.
So
go ahead.
I have a simple question for you. Just the date. When will the budget be balanced? Just the date.
As I said, the Conservatives seem uninterested in substantive answers. There was a question asked about inflation.
Notice, projection. She says conservatives aren't into substance. He's asking you a substantive question. When is the budget going to be balanced? Tell me a date. That's a good question. Don't you think people deserve to know that? People, please take off your political identity hat and start listening. Listen to these people. They're playing you and they're destroying you financially, and you still support them. You still support them. The Canadian police confront a man with a knife on the street. Looks pretty deranged, and I'm not talking about Justin Trudeau. Not that type of deranged. Play the clip.
Use the cars as cover. Don't be a fucking idiot, mate. Come on. Don't you fucking dare. Get on the fucking ground now. Get on the fucking ground. Up the knife. Hit him. Drop the knife. Lock the door. Lock the door. Drop the knife. Keep going. Drop the knife! Drop the knife! Put it down now! Put it down now! Listen to me! Fuck, man! Drop the fucking knife now! Drop it! Put it down! Drop it down! Just fucking kill me! Put the fucking knife down!
Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh, Lord. I love the fact that a good Samaritan steps in here and tags him with the car. That's straight out of New Jersey, baby. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh, Lord. Oh, the tolerant left. They're so tolerant. Play the clip.
But then, I'm saying statistics, ma'am. I'm saying statistics. You're so loving and tolerant. I can feel the tolerance that you are speaking.
Can you say mental illness, Batman? Pierre Poilievre says no abortion legislation would pass under his watch. You know what that makes him? I'll let you fill in the blank. That's disgusting, particularly third trimester abortions, which is legal in Canada. The only person who's saying anything is Maxime Bernier. You know something? He's willing to put his neck on the line on this issue. And frankly, it's going to turn out to be a losing issue for him because Canada needs an exorcism. Do you know what company you are in when it comes to third trimester abortions? Look it up. You're like in the company of like North Korea, China. That is utterly and absolutely disgusting. Period. End of story. Irregardless of your political positions, irregardless of your religion, even if you don't have a religion. Third trimester abortions are infanticide. I'm for no abortions, but when you're talking about legally killing a child in the third trimester, you're in a different category. And Pierre Poilievre will not say one word about it. The only one who's saying anything is Maxime Bernier. He's putting his name and neck on the line. Frankly, it's going to hurt him. You know why? Because Canada needs an exorcism. 352 Afghan refugees just arrived in Vancouver to begin a new life in Canada. Play the clip. Little do they know that the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, is Sharia law light. Trudeau photo op, show the picture. This kid's like, why do you have a mask on? Who are you? Justin Trudeau's in Korea. He's making a joke. This is how he stands next to short people. This guy should kick him directly in the stones. Zero media attention has been given to Peter Nygard, the fashion mogul referred to as the Epstein of Canada. Play the clip.
Former Canadian fashion mogul Peter Nygard has agreed to be extradited to the U.S. Nygard appeared via video link from prison at his extradition hearing in Winnipeg this morning after he signed a consent form agreeing to face charges in New York on counts of sex trafficking and racketeering.
Couple points. This dude's hair game is off the charts. Off the charts. How to say it. Point two. Kudos to the free press in Canada not covering this. Disgusting. Once again, utterly and absolutely disgusting. Oh, but you're the free press. Oh, you're here to protect the people. Does anyone buy that? Does anyone buy that? Maybe they like his hair game too. Maybe that's why they're not covering it. According to Calgary police, Josh Alexander's views are too inflammatory to be expressed near the Western Canadian high school. Play the clip. Couple points. You think his views are inflammatory? Here's what I have to say. Tough. Freedom of speech doesn't mean you get to decide what's inflammatory and what isn't. It means you're free to speak. If you don't like it, tough. There's tons of things that I find offensive, like third trimester abortion. I find that offensive. Lopping off the breasts of a 14-year-old girl. I find that offensive. But you are free to express your views. Why isn't he? Point one. Point two. You see how they manhandled this kid? He's a 16-year-old boy. Thankfully, some of the assailants were charged. I will give the police credit where credit's due. But this is what Josh Alexander says, and I'm going to quote him. I will not yield. I will not yield to the woke mob or the corrupt state. He has more guts than your own politicians, and he's a 16-year-old boy getting pushed around, and he's standing for his beliefs, handing out Bibles. He stands for something. What do you stand for? You're having a Grateful Dead party at Canadian Tire. This kid's actually on the front line doing something. He's a patriot, another patriot. Remember this, Canada, the story of David Goliath. David had 5 stones, and he faced Goliath. Keep this in mind. He only needed 1.
Hey Canada, show the country that you stand for freedom with one of these hats from our store. Your purchase supports this channel. Check out the link in the description and order yours now.